Hey everybody, this is Modern Refugee. When most people start talking about getting home and bugging out, they're talking about some type of bag or pack that they either plan on carrying or have with them to help them if something bad happens. But the most obvious thing, and in reality, if something bad does happen, you're probably going to be trying to get to your vehicle so you can get to where you need to be, someplace that's safer. And I carry a certain amount of gear in my vehicle at all times. And of course, my vehicle, my old truck here, that carries those bags and packs that I've done videos on before. This vehicle is part of my get home system. I mean, it's not just a bag or a pack. There's other things that go along with it. And a reliable vehicle is part of that system. And I always go through my vehicle at least probably 4 times a year, and I bring it up to date with the season, with the gear that I need for that particular season. And I carry a certain amount of gear in here at all times to take care of both me personally and take care of the vehicle itself if something goes wrong. And I also try to keep things organized in my vehicle, so if I need to add anything to the vehicle, like a chainsaw, if a storm blows through and I got to cut some trees that are down either on my street or my road to help my neighbors out. You know, if it's hunting season and I want to throw hunting gear in here, I want to have a certain amount of space to have that so I can secure that. And if something nefarious happens where I have to, grab a rifle or some other type of protective gear and help out either my neighbors or my town, I want to have my gear staged, ready, and I want to have the ability to add to it or take away from it depending on the situation. If you've seen my Minuteman video, you know that I don't believe in keeping all my gear in one spot. I believe in spreading it out and grabbing stuff that I need as as the situation dictates, because no two situations are the same. So anyway, I'm going to turn the camera around here. I'm going to give you guys a brief look of what I've got in my vehicle and how I carry it, and some of the tips and things that I do with it. All right, I turned my camera around here, and this is the vehicle as I basically sit in it. And as you can see here, it's a dirty beater truck. That's what I drive. That's what I have. And the way the economy is nowadays, I don't want to get myself into another large payment for years upon years. So I'm going to keep this truck going as long as I possibly can. So that's the first thing. You don't have to have the best, finest, fanciest vehicle like you see in some of the YouTube videos where people got brand new trucks and stuff as get home vehicles. The vehicle you have is your get home vehicle, so you basically need to treat it as such. And right here is what's sitting on the hump right beside me. It's my chest kit, and my chest kit is basically a universal holster. It can hold any handgun that I want. I used to carry specific holsters inside my truck for different guns, but I don't do that anymore. I just carry that chest kit because that can hold pretty much anything that I dictate is necessary, so it's universal. I also carry a pair of binoculars because sometimes there's things going on the road in front of you, ahead of you, like you come over a hill and a mile and a half away you see a couple of lights, flashing lights or whatever. You want to know what's going on with that, so you can pull off the side of the road, grab the binoculars, and you can look and see what's going on with that, if it's safe to be up there, or if you need to find yourself another route or turn around or go back. And another thing, I do a lot of hunting and stuff, so those binoculars come in handy for scouting, for looking at deer or other game that might be out there. The next thing there is a pile of gloves. I got 3 pairs of gloves there. I constantly use gloves. I'm wearing all gloves, and gloves are an important part of what I keep inside this vehicle. So I also have other safety gear like safety glasses and my hat for whatever season is. And most of my safety glasses are basically sunglasses, and I keep them right on the dashboard where I can grab it. And the hat too, that changes with the season. So in the wintertime, that's probably going to be a Stormy Crommer up there. And on the side here, I got my you know, my mini get home bag, as I like to call it, or mini bug out bag. It's just a little pocket pack that I got some essential gear in. Got my old Surefire flashlight in here, and then I got my tools. You know, I got chainsaw wrench, and I got a large crescent wrench, a couple of screwdrivers, and of course probably one of the most important tools that I carry is a channel lock, and that's why it sits right here, because a channel lock is good for just about everything. So anyway, I'm going to go in the back seat now. I'm going to show you what I got back there and kind of how I got that staged. And this is what I typically see when I open the back door of my old beater truck here. I normally will have my pack of whatever I'm carrying for the season directly behind where I'm sitting. And this is the pack that I'm carrying right now. In the wintertime, this would be a heavier pack that would have a lot of cold weather gear in it. I also carry some type of blanket most of the time. The blanket is not only for staying warm if something like that would happen, but it's also for camouflage. If I got something back here that I don't want people to see, I can take that blanket and I can just throw it over top of it. So at a quick glance, it just looks like I got a bunch of junk back here, basically. I always carry a good raincoat with me, and I carry some type of sweatshirt or sweatshirt jacket because you never know when it's going to get cold here in Michigan. I carry a box cooler of some type in here that I carry water and drinks in, and I also carry some type of water gathering container. And right now it's just a regular water jug with a carabiner on. I did a video on this too. This is sort of an old hiking trick. I carry a trauma kit. This is my trauma kit that I have on the back of my seat here, and this has got my tourniquet in it. It's got gloves in it. So if I would come up on an accident or something you know, bad would happen, I have some ability that I could react to that. I did a video on this particular kit as well. And down here I have stuff that I don't normally carry in my vehicle, but I want to have space in the vehicle to grab this stuff if the situation dictated. Like I said, if some nefarious event happened that I would have to react to. So I've got you know, a piece of body armor in here, and then I've got a case that I can throw, you know, I can throw a rifle in to react to whatever the situation is. Like I said, I don't normally carry this stuff in my vehicle all the time, but I like to have the ability to add it in here if something does happen. And in Michigan, you know, you pretty much got to have a long gun in a case in your vehicle at all times. And then I have a vehicle first aid kit. That vehicle first aid kit right there has been put together by stuff that I have needed over the years, and I've carried several different first aid kits, both you know, commercial ones and ones that I've put together, but this one right here has everything in it that I possibly could need if I'm out and about. Now I'm going to take this stuff out of here, and I'm going to show you guys what I got under the seat, and I'll give you a little bit of description on that as well. All right, underneath the back seat here is where a bulk of my stuff is. Got a spare canister of gas for my stove. Got one of my heavy survival knives. I got a toilet kit with toilet paper and wipes. Got emergency road flares, and I have a fire extinguisher. Carry a certain amount of food. I got a bunch of kind of mountain houses dehydrated. I got a bag with different snacks and stuff in it and different bars. Got an MRE that has been field stripped. Now I did a video on this too, and it's basically, if you strip all the BS out of an MRE, you can actually put more back into that pack. So this is actually 2 MREs. Once I got all the cardboard and all the other kind of crap out of it that you don't need, you can put actually more food into it. Got a roll of Gorilla Tape, got some Vaseline soaked cotton balls, got a jug of soapy water here. This bottle of soapy water can be used to check for leaks in tires, and that is something that I've used quite a bit over the years. Reaching back in here, got some bug spray and got some suntan lotion. Got in that brown kit right there, that's kind of a PPE Go Kit. I did a video on that as well, and what that is that's a bunch of masks, gloves, soap, that kind of stuff. If you know, for some reason you'd need a mask, whether it'd be for a pandemic or if it's smoky outside, if there's a fire, if there's a lot of pollen in the air, if there would be a lot of dust and debris blowing around, I've got the ability to protect myself against that. And then this guy right here, this is actually a bump helmet or a bump hat insert that goes inside a baseball cap. So this is about a $5 item right here, but this has come in handy if I've decided I need to cut wood quick, or if there's something that's a little bit more hazardous that I might be working on, kind of along with those safety glasses and safety sunglasses. I can throw this in any baseball cap and basically turn that baseball cap into a bump helmet. Anyway, that's this side. I'm going to go around to the other side now, and I'm going to show you what I got underneath that side of the seat, and that's more gear to take care of the vehicle itself. One thing that I forgot to mention that I want to mention real quick that I have back here is a good heavy tow rope. We live in a snowy climate, and I can't tell you how useful having a good tow rope in your vehicle can be. And make sure it's a good heavy one. I've seen a lot of tow straps and stuff break over the years, but this one is heavy enough that can handle pretty much any type of abuse that I put it through. All right, this is the inside of the passenger side rear door here in my truck, and I carry some type of lubricant like WD-40, and I also carry a quart of oil. Now, here's a little bit of a tip, especially with the economy the way it is. Get an old oil container and then buy yourself a larger jug of oil and fill that up so you can keep a quart of oil inside your vehicle, because those larger containers, 5-6 quarts of oil, are typically cheaper than just purchasing a quart by itself. Now, underneath the seat here, this is basically the stuff to take care of the vehicle. Back in the corner there, I got a regular set of jumper cables, and I have one of these jumper cable air compressor packs. So I've got a way to air up tires. I can jump start something if there's something wrong with my battery, just or I'm out in the middle of nowhere and there's no one that can jump start me. I have that, plus that little charge USB devices. I've got stuff to fix tires. This has bailed me out many times, where I can just plug a tire and I don't have to bother changing the tire. I can take my compressor there, I can fill it up with air, I can take that water bottle that I showed you there earlier with the soapy water in it, dump it on, find where the hole is, and then I can go ahead and I can use this to plug those holes. I can use a compressor to fill up the air in the tires, and I can get to some place where I can get the tire actually repaired or replaced depending on what's wrong with it. Like I said, that's bailed me out more times than I can count. I got a tarp here, and this tarp is actually set up as a shelter. I got some paracord on it, and I got some tent pegs with it here, but this is so I can either set up a windscreen if I'm working on something, or I can take this and I can throw it down if I'm working on a vehicle where I don't have to lay in the mud or the snow or anything. It's basically a tarp to lay on. Got my machete here. I always carry my machete in the vehicle with me in case I got to bust a trail. Did a video on that machete as well. I got a tool bag, and I got sockets, and the most important part of this tool bag here, the tool bag's filled with all kinds of stuff, but the most important part of this tool bag here is the hammer. And the hammer can be used to either tap on a fuel tank if a fuel pump isn't working, or tap on a starter if the starter isn't working. If you're with another person, they can turn over the vehicle and you can lay underneath the vehicle on your tarp, of course, and tap on either the starter or the fuel tank. Sometimes that jarring is enough to fire up that electric motor in there where you can actually get out of a bad situation. There was one time when we were out of state, starter quit in the vehicle where we were at, and I actually crawled underneath the vehicle, tapped on it with a hammer so the vehicle would start so we could get to a better location. Another thing that I carry in here is a rope with some metal carabiners on it. We got a lot of ditches around here, and the ditches are deep. So if somebody slides in a ditch and I can't get out in the wintertime, or because it's too steep, I can use this to throw down to them so they can either get out of the ditch, or if I go in the ditch, I can take this rope and I can throw it up to them so I can get out of the ditch. You can use this for hiking. If we're going down a steep incline or whatever, I can tie this off on a tree, and we can basically use this as a handrail to either get down or get up or wherever we're at. Like I said, this is nothing fancy, but this is come in handy lots of different times. Got my tire tool here, and then windshield wipers. Windshield wipers And windshield wiper blades have come in handy multiple times because windshield wipers have a tendency to break, especially if they're under a lot of snow, or if there's ice involved, or you're running them really, really hard because it's raining really hard, the rubber comes off. So I have found that carrying some windshield wipers in my vehicle is actually a really good and sound idea. And another thing is the back end of the truck. I don't have a tonneau cover. I don't have a cap on it or anything like that. I like having the back end of my truck open so I can throw in whatever I need whenever I need it. If it's the winter time and I want to throw in a sled, or I want to throw some firewood in, I don't have to mess around with that other stuff. And you can see there, I got a chainsaw sitting back here, one of my chainsaws. And a chainsaw is just like the rifle and the body armor. It's not always something that I carry in my vehicle, but I want to have the space and the ability to throw that in my vehicle if the situation dictates it. Because I tell you what, if a storm blows through and you got to clear trees off a road, there is nothing better than a chainsaw. I know I carry a handsaw inside my packs, but a chainsaw can just save 10 times the work. If you just got one tank of gas inside that chainsaw, you can do a lot more work. And the other thing is a shovel. I carry a shovel pretty much year round in my vehicle, either in the back or in the front. That's a little camp shovel that I got now. And in the wintertime, I'll carry a snow shovel from about the 1st of November to the 1st of May. I pretty much have a snow shovel sitting back here at all times. But anyway, just a quick rundown of the gear that I carry here in my vehicle and kind of how it can help me and why I use this stuff, because pretty much everything that I have in this vehicle is something that I have used in the past, and it is a real world example of things that I have used, not just theory of stuff that people threw in a vehicle because of a random YouTube video that they watched. All this gear I have actually used. So anyway, this is Modern Refugee. Appreciate all my subscribers out there. I hope you guys got a little information, a little entertainment out of this video. Gives you a little bit something to think about if you want to put some gear in your vehicle. And always go by your past experiences when you select your gear. You guys take care.